don't forget to like the video. Would anyone care to have a Dorito? I found this on the back of the truck. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a grave that we need to go cover. By the way, you were really smart if you went to pitvipersunglasses.com and used the code in the description to get 10% off on some sweet shades. Whoa, 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 whoa. You may be wondering, did I just say we're gonna go cover a grave? That's right. Digging graves is something my family has done for over 60 years. And being a completely awesome baller who always rocks sweet shades is something I've always done. Before we dig the grave, gonna power wash the pristine Geo real quick. That way I can change the oil in it later and I'm not working under a dirty car.
I'm gonna fill a grave today. I don't know what I want to say. I'm gonna fill my first grave today. Let's go.
Now, I don't know if that's something you should be excited about, but Nava is kind of joining on to what we're doing here on the farm, and she wants to learn everything that we know how to do. And so since we dig graves or 18 cemeteries, it's something we do frequently. So I'm gonna teach her how to cover her first grave.
I've always wanted to change the oil on my car. Like, I wanted to learn how to change the oil. When I would ask people to teach me, they would always say no. So I'm really happy that you're gonna teach me.
Hey, those are some nice shades. Did you go to pitvipersunglasses.com and use the code in the description to get them?
Yeah, I did.
She's smart and took advantage of the 10% off.
I am pretty smart.
And we're here. We got here and the vault man is still here. He's tearing down his tent. There's two guys down there, so we're gonna let them tear down. Normally I would go and help, but oftentimes it seems like I'm in the way more than I'm actually helping. Those vault guys are very particular. We need to load up our stuff in the bucket. That way we can use this to settle out the dirt once it's on the grave. Never a fun day when you forget to bring a shovel. Been there, done that. All right, Nava, good luck.
Is it on? It's not on, is
no.
it? It's turned on.
Do you hear it? You gotta start it. You remember how to do that? So what we're gonna do, now that we got this mound here in the middle, we're gonna smooth it out. If you see any low areas, bring dirt to it. Push all the big clumps towards the middle, because then we'll press those in nice.
So I came out with Cole to help him fill up the grave. I didn't do so good. I'm really cold. It was quite the experience. I totally forgot how to work the skid loader, so he had to reteach me. It was really difficult because the ground or the dirt, it's really hard because it's frozen. So it's really hard to get the dirt in the bucket. So Cole had to climb in with me to help me a little bit because I wasn't doing the best. That's okay. He was really encouraging, saying that I did an okay job. And it's not my fault. It's the dirt's fault because it's cold. But you know what? My feet are cold right now. So I just helped Cole get some of this plywood loaded into the trailer. It's my first time picking up plywood with my back. Oh, that sounds so silly, but I've never done that before. It's really heavy. That is not light at all. But I think he's just gonna load up the skid loader, it looks like. I'm gonna hop in the truck because my feet are so cold I can't feel my toes. So that was my experience.
We got done digging the grave, and oh my goodness, we have everybody and their cousin's uncle's brother here.
It's a party!
That's
What is up? I'm excited because we're gonna change the oil. Cole's teaching me how to change the oil. I know how to use a jack. That's exciting.
We need to get an oil filter. Filter. Pretty sure my car is the same filter as the lawnmower.
I'm so excited. What the heck? Look at it go!
All right, Nave, now that we got the old oil filter off, we want to make sure the O-ring stayed on here. So there's a rubber seal, they call that an O-ring, right around the outside. You can see it right there.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes that sticks on there. And then if you stick an O-ring to an O-ring, it'll leak. So we always want to make sure we get that O-ring off with any kind of filter that we're taking off.
So it is on there.
This one is on here.
So every car has a different type of filter, correct?
Correct.
So how would I know what filter goes with what car?
You go into the store where they sell filters and you say, hey, I need an oil filter for my car. Then they'll punch their numbers in their book and tell you what you need.
So when I went to the car place to have them change my filter and they charged me $80, I could have done this myself. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
I mean, filters and oil aren't free either.
So are we basically done? What? Why haven't I learned this before? It's that simple.
Grab your oil plug.
That is insane. Snug or no? Oh, duh. Where's the wrench? All right.
Now we're going to pull the dipstick out, and then we're going to see on the dipstick how full it is. You can leave that in there. And then last but not least, we got to detail the inside. The Geo should be treated as a child that we love ever so dearly, which means we need to keep the inside clean. So that's how you do it.
I've never been in a...
Called the Cornstar video?
Yeah.
Seriously?
The back of me, I've never, like, been recognized, though. No one knows I exist.
Yeah! She's a little upset, Cole.
Hello.
There's a big buck coming over the hill.
And my aim is trash.
Wasn't even that clean the day it came off the lot.
You're funny.
There we have it. We got all the detailing done on the Geo. Just look at it. Just look at it. And then we did a little bit of tidying up here in the shop. I guess we'll be back tomorrow. If you guys have been watching the channel for a little while now, you know that we often don't get as much stuff done in a day as we would like. This morning, we had a meeting for 4 hours, and then we ate lunch, and then we had to go run off to check a grave to see if it was an area that we could easily access with the backhoe. So here we are. It's 2:20 in the afternoon. We are finally just getting started on some projects here in the shop. Got my safety glasses here. We'll put these on. Don't want anything to hit us in the eye. First things first, we're gonna hop under the trailer here with the drill. We're gonna clean up all the rust and dirt that's under here, and then we'll probably have to hop in there with the trusty grinder. We're basically just wanting to get all that dirt and debris away from there. That way we'll have a nice clean surface that we can weld on, and we'll leave the welding up to Cooper. Oh, you're wondering what this bike is doing here? I guess Cooper must have got bored and pulled this out of his shed and wants to get it running. Apparently we don't have enough projects for him to do. I'd say it's a little dusty under there. I can't really prove it to you guys, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. I really want to blow my nose. Cooper here is going to school for welding, so he's gonna be the professional behind the weld job on the trailer. If Cooper wasn't here, you'd probably want me to weld it. The last person you'd want to weld is Daddy Cornstar.
Wish I could find them big clamps. How's that?
We didn't really get a whole lot of projects completed today, but we got a lot of stuff started. First things first, I was under the back of the Freightliner here. The rear differential is leaking some 90 weight somewhere. In the Freightliner's past life, it hauled a lot of pigs, and somehow pig manure ended up on that. And it basically corroded a bunch of little holes in it, and those holes leak. So I got all that cleaned up, and I'm gonna get some sealant over that stuff so those holes will no longer be leaking. And then on the white trailer here, we got everything all ground off, cleaned off. Cooper started welding the bottom plates onto things, and then we have to do side gussets yet. And last but not least, Cooper and his friend Zach got the old Honda Trail 70 in here. You remember riding that thing back in the day?
I do. It wasn't too many days ago, actually. You'd go 35 to 40 miles per hour. I haven't been feeling too good the last 3 or 4 days, so it's kind of zapping me a little bit. Now, it's just a bunch of little things that sometimes take a little bit to try to figure out, and you got things you're waiting for parts and stuff. Get these trailers done, and then we get the next project in here.
All right, we're calling it a night. With that being said, this is the end of the video. Remember, if you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, write it down in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe.
That's right. It's free.
We'll see you next one, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.